Hello, good people, and welcome back. This is part 2 of now what may be part 3 or 4, depending on how long we go. But we wanted to keep talking about authentic, affordable products and services. And we talked earlier in the first video about authentic and passion and being an expert and determining how to create your products. And then we talked about the variations of service versus product that you can consider to create. And so now we got into what was considered the price point. Yes. And so we talked about the affordability of first products and how we price them, but also how some products are priced more because the investment is there. And so let's talk a little bit about those different price points, and we'll let this go where it goes.
Yeah. All right. Just to recap, I'm going to actually show you both our books that we mentioned in our last video. So this is Sharia's journal that she has. That's a self-care journal. She has multiple different types of journals. So you want to make sure you go to her website, check that out.
Yes, and they're awesome. So they are all different. Some are going to be emotional wellness, physical wellness, and hopefully by the time this one comes out, you guys will also see some spiritual wellness. And for our little young girls, I'm going to create journals that are more or less like notebooks for them to take to work and to school. So watch out for it.
Yes. And so then I mentioned my novel, Walking Through the Pain, in the first video as well. And so with both of these products are under $30.
Well, this one is $26, but it's on sale for 20% off. So it really comes down to, I think, $19.99, which really is my effort to make sure that it's always affordable. But, they don't allow me to price it any less than that because of how much you get in it. So it is actually, and if you purchase this, you also get a free course. That's a whole nother story. I'll give you that information at the end.
Yeah, for it. And so with my book, when I published it 3 years ago, I self-published, and it was $19.99 at that point. Mm-hmm. As of today, it's dropped down. The print book is $9.99. The ebook, I think, is $4.99, $5.99. But I have another book that's going to be coming out, so that was part of the reason with the drop for it. But the point we talked about is how, for this specific demographic, we want it to be accessible. Mm-hmm. And so we priced it in a way that it can be accessible to that demographic, to everyone within that demographic. Yes. But we also have services and products that are a lot more expensive.
Yeah, we do.
Than $20, $30 for it.
And what we want to talk about what price point is that it still matches the target population's needs.
Absolutely.
And the target population needs. And so what we might offer is more expensive, but you're going to get more for that investment. And so even if the price point is higher, it's not because we're trying to outprice our client. It's that we're trying to give our client the best of what we can give them for the most affordable price without giving it away. And so, for example, we have courses, right? So my in-person courses, depending on what I'm presenting on, can go from $125, and I'm going to give numbers so that you can kind of get an idea. Can go from actually $65 for like a 2-hour. But that's per person, right? So that means each person that purchased, and then if you wanted CEUs, it goes up to $75, right? Mm-hmm. So then it becomes what you are going to get out of the product, as well as what additional work I have to put in to make sure I provide that for you. And so the training itself might be one price, but then as I add on hours, it tacks up from that 60 to 75 to 99 to 125, depending on how long of a day or time you're actually going to be working with me for trainings. And so that's just the in-person training. And so the reason why it's priced that way is because it's professional. You're getting CEUs, which is continuing education for those who are social workers, and professional, even for therapists as well. So you're getting a product that I provide or a service that I provide, but you're also benefiting from that service that I provide ongoingly. And so that price is different than something where it's a one-time investment, and how you choose to use it is based off of your time, right? And so that becomes an important way for me to say, how do I price this product? Now, my clients who are in person that's based off of my rate. I'm not going to do that to you guys. That's based off of my rate, and then also based off of the insurance companies that I accept. But no matter what, there is a limit to the minimum amount that I can accept, because I actually have an output related to actually running my business and how much I would need to be able to profit to maintain a business without working for someone else. And so there becomes how we consider our price points. It's more than just oh, woke up this morning, I'm gonna charge $500 for this so that I can make all this money off one person. No, it really comes down to considering the benefit of the product, the investment and time investment into the product
from yourself,
as well as how will it be used, right? So if it's a one-time thing, it might be cheaper in some ways. And then if it's a ongoing thing, it might be more expensive because you're having a long-term benefit or a long-term opportunity to use it. So it definitely varies product to product and service to service, right?
Yeah.
So what I might charge for my individual therapy is different than what I might charge for my trainings, but then it also might be different than my online courses and or community.
So you want to be honest with yourself about how much time and energy and effort it goes into for you to create the service, price it according to that, and also with the level and the depth of information that people are going to get, with it. And it's okay to have products that's, under $20. It's also okay to have products and services that cost thousands of dollars. Like I've seen coaching programs that are $50,000 with it, but the level of support and information that you get from it, that's why the individual charges $50,000.
And also their popularity, right? So then there is that element where you're branding and you're getting to the point where you're so popular that you have to charge more in order to be able to be selective with the clients that you actually are going to be able to give that level of investment to, which means that although at first I might be able to do mentoring for 100 people for free, all of a sudden the time that you have to invest in 100 people is no longer there because it's 100 people coming a day at you. And so then it becomes, no, I have to be more selective in how I can provide this service without rendering too much of my own energy and taking away from my strength as an expert. Because you also don't want to be fooled to think that you don't start to water out your product if you start to just give it away for free. And not saying you don't give some stuff for free, because you do, but not if you're giving everything away for free, you water down your product so much that no one wants to pay for it.
Yes, absolutely. And so with our next video, we're going to go into more details as far as how you can start off with, with having a product out there with either no or a very minimum investment, up front. But at the end of the day, we're giving this information because we don't want you all to be discouraged by the fact that what you don't have or what you don't have access to. There are ways to get started. And I can tell you, like, when I got serious about getting started on this whole entrepreneur journey, I was unemployed, didn't have resources available, but still you can see where I am today, for it. But if you do have resources available, that's a good starting point. And again, you can still do some things with whatever you are.
Please set a budget.
Yes.
So even if you have a resource, and I love how people think, oh, I got $100, let me just spend it all. Being able to create a budget that also allows you to also invest into your business at the same time as to produce income is an extremely important factor. And so yes, we might have started with zero, but the goal is to be able to increase to $100 investment if you make $200. Don't try to go to a $200 investment. So being able to see that part of growing is, and that could go into all other videos. Sorry, we got so much to talk about. And so maybe we should do a bunch of series on some of the ways that we started, because I do think when Sherry talks to you about some of the products, I'll add on. I'm going to talk to you about some free stuff that we both know that is extremely helpful.
Yes.
And I hope that it can benefit you as you start your journey.
Yes.
All right, you guys, you can catch me at shariafarmer.org. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all of those stuff. Twitter, yes.
With it, my website is sherrywary.com. That is my real name. It does rhyme. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Sherry Wary as well.
All right, you guys, be well.
Bye.